All of them got some sad news I came across when I woke up this morning about Kansas. Something that went down in Kansas. It was a mass shooting. It was a brother, African American, you know. First and foremost, my condolences go out to the family members that perished in this mass shooting. My prayers goes out to the families on both sides, the shooter and the ones that he shot. He was also a family man too. Um, he had a troubling past. He was from Florida. The reason why I'm not saying his name because I don't do that. Y'all can go look that up for yourself. It's all over YouTube, all over the news outlets. Everyone's talking about the mass shooting in Kansas. Um, he sure did live by like the old saying goes. You live by the gun or the sword. You die by the gun or the sword. It's sad to see on both factions people die because of this society we live in. It shouldn't have went down like that. And it also goes on to say the man was served a restraining order from his girlfriend. Now, I watched some various footage on this man. They showed him shooting an assault rifle at the ground. I think it was on Facebook. And I watched this video on YouTube. The man had a successful life. You know, he was working in a plant manufacturing equipment for lawnmowers. He had an occupation, he had a job, he had a family. They showed his car. He had a nice speaker system. He had a nice whip. It seemed like he was a good family man. See, you got to look this up on YouTube. See, whoever done that video, I like that because it shows you the other side, not what just happened of this man's life. Okay, you know the media always want to show the bad side, and like this man was a monster. He wasn't a monster, but what made him crack like that? See, and it's a shame. This justice in these courthouses are some of the problem. We don't know. You see, I think to myself, if someone could identify what was going on in this man's life before he even got that way, maybe, just maybe, this accident, this tragedy, wouldn't occur. But it was too late. He was too far gone. And see, this was society, and people got to work on this violence. It doesn't solve the problem. You see, it's not about white and black. You see, it doesn't help no one. Here's a black brother who took people out, just like the white brothers are taking people out, and no one wins at the end of the day. People are sad. Family members are gone because of idiocy. Because we embrace this gun, we embrace this violent culture and subculture. It's a shame people can't even go to work in peace, can't even get a honest, paying wage so they can survive and put bread and food on the table and a roof over their family's heads to fend for their family without this, this stuff going on. This stuff doesn't help. This is why you must pray every day when you go out into the life, because you never know. You might not even come back. Now, it's people are not coming back. These people ain't coming back home. They gone. They gone because of senseless violence. This man that shot those people, he can't go home back to his family. He's gone. The people he shot, they can't go back to their family. They gone. And it's a shame. Like I said, my condolences and prayers goes out to the family members that passed away in this tragedy. And we must, I mean, it's just endless, just like the Dylan Roof situation. It's going to keep happening if people keep on embracing this racist activity, this discrimination, these Flint, Michigan situations, these cop shootings, the Oregon situation. All these things are not helping the human being in the Homo sapien process. I mean, it's not helping us as mankind. It's destroying us. And the man had a troubling past, and no one couldn't identify it. It was no one probably to help that man, and he kept going on, and no one stopped this man. And this is what happens when you don't put a cap on something. If he had someone or some loved ones that could have steered him somehow in a right way, instead of embracing this violent activity, maybe, just maybe, like I said, this accident tragedy wouldn't occur. See, we have to put a cap on that. We must see as society, as people, that it's something wrong when people want to, put guns up on social media and, and embrace violent activity. You know, that's a telltale sign. What's going on here? You can't let people roam this earth not being untouched by that behavior they perpetuate, because that behavior is psychopathic, see? And then it erupts. And this is what happened on your world stage. And now, at the end of the day, we got people on both sides is not alive no more due to senseless acts of violence. Mm, mm. It goes to show you that the guns is not helping, the racism is not helping. That's not helping the situation at all. The Grim Reaper is out here, folks. And when he comes and knocks at your door, that's it, you're gone. And it's a sad thing. And all this stems from is unhappiness, stress, embracing the wrong culture, embracing the wrong activities. This is why you must pray. This is why you must identify with the Most High. This is why you must put everything that's evil out your house. This is why you must not mess with people that is not in your corner, man or woman. These things contribute to the problem. This thing just didn't happen. It's been brewing. It was brewing in that man's mind for a long time, and it erupted, and it happened. And people had to die for it, and he had to die for it, and it's sad. If you see anybody within your family that's troubling, help them. Help them. Because all you doing is harvesting a monster. If you know that person, something ain't right, try to figure out what's wrong with them. Try to help them. Don't let those people go about untouched and unhelped. We need more mental institutions built instead of jails. We need more psychiatrists. We need more shrinks. We need more people that help people with dealing with stress and stuff like this. All this just contributes to the problem. And at the end of the day, this happens. You know, it's a sad thing to see this thing happen. When people are gone, never to see their families again. They keep, like I said, he was served a restraining order. They don't know. They speculate, that triggered the shooting. But I figure that it was not just a restraining order. It was how would I say this? Multiple situations that contribute to his thought process, and it was just piling up. And one of the guys that was interviewed on one of the news networks said the man never smiled. He'd speak to him, he'd never say nothing. He's very quiet. That's a never telltale sign. And he said he went on to say the man ain't seem happy, unquote unquote. Well, see, when you got people that's withdrawn and can't even give you a hello or goodbye and don't look really joyful, that's a telltale sign. It seems like the brother was going through a lot of emotional stress that triggered this. This is why when you see people like that, ask them, how's your day? Or try to, what's going on? Try to encourage them. See, we live in a world, people cold. And being cold, mean mugging, and not speaking, that doesn't help the problem. Doesn't make it worse. You live in an uncaring world. You live in a world with uncaring people. Well, there you have it. I just want to, it's like I said, I want to send my condolences, my prayers to the families in these troubling times. And here's another mass shooting that took place. We must know that it is a God. We must pray. We must stay vigilant. We must stop embracing this violent activity. Violence just beget more violence. You can't fight fire with fire. You can't leave people around here stressed out and don't think they ain't gonna do nothing. You must start treating people like dirt. If you ain't being treated like dirt, it goes on and on. And all I can say, this is what happens when we don't help others. Peace, all of my productions. I don't like to bring you sad news, but I wanted to address this because it kind of weighed heavy on my mind. And I know social media is going to take this and spin it and say it's a racial thing. It was racially inspired because it was a black man, blah, blah, blah. I know we got fools out here. Don't feed into that. This is not about race. And if you really think about it, it wasn't about race in the first place, because it was designed by social engineering, by the demonic people that control this world. At least they think they control this world. And they do that for population control. Those who embrace racism is fools. Because the average racist white person or black person that's not in the people you don't see's network, you just contribute to the depopulation of the human race. And that's what they want. They wanted the uproar. They wanted to be a mass extinction, and they want to control us like sheep. And all this is part of it. And this is what goes and erupts and disturbance. They want to keep antagonizing it and let it uproar. They want this. They want this to keep happening. It's sad to say it. It's sad to even put that out there, but you do got people that's sick like that. See, all this just causes more problems. But I can go on and on about this video. That's another video. So I put some thoughts on your mind to show you both sides of the track, if you will, to this situation that went down, this tragedy that went down in Kansas. See you to the next one, all my productions. And also, I would like to thank my subscribers and my viewers on my commentary. I appreciate you very much so. Have a blessed one. Keep your head up. stay vigilant and pray, because you never know. You never know. You never know.